Hey, Alan here. Thanks for joining me on another one of my quick edit videos. Today we're going to be editing a couple of pictures from a goth steampunk shoot I did about a few months ago now with one of my favourite models. We're going to take a look at a couple of pictures and see what we can do to them. If you'd like to edit along with me, press the pause button now, head over to my website www.alanlloyd.uk where you can find out about supporting me and downloading the raw file for this exact image. If you'd like to watch me edit more pictures in Adobe Lightroom Classic, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so YouTube notifies you next time I upload a video. So come on, let's dive into Lightroom and get started.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Okay, well these are the two pictures we're going to have a look at today. I thought I'd take you through how I would normally edit something like this. We're not going to be going into Photoshop and doing any skin softening or anything like that today. That's a bit above the scope of this video. We're just going to stick to simple Lightroom edits for now. So we'll minimize that for now.
Let's begin now.
There we go. Right, first thing we'll do on any picture is scroll to the bottom, look for the lens correction tab, remove chromatic aberration and enable profile correction. And I'm going to add a little bit of noise reduction up to about 20. We can always see if it needs more after that, but that's a good place to start. The sharpening is automatically done by Lightroom, but when you export your pictures you should still sharpen for screen or for print depending on what you're going to do with them. Right, now we head up to here and we choose our crop. For this image I'm quite happy, I just want to make sure it's straight, so I'm going to see if, there we go, Lightroom can straighten it a little bit. We haven't lost too much there. First thing we do now, or the first thing I would do on this image now, is bring the highlights all the way down. And then I'd bring the shadows up slightly so that I can bring the exposure down a little bit. Not too much. And then I'll hold down the shift key and double click on the whites and double click on the blacks. Okay, now that's brought the whites up far too high for what I want, so I'm going to bring them back down just about there. Now I'm going to increase the vibrance to bring out the blues. What you don't want to do is achieve color banding. Can you see the color band there coming down? You want as little as that as possible. I don't mind it in the top of the sky, but as long as it stays off the model herself, that's fine with me. There's a seagull up there, I think I'll get rid of that one. There we go. Click on the done button. That's using the spot removal tool. You can just click that, select the object and bye-bye. Sometimes if it doesn't get rid of them, I'm going to do another one there, look. Okay. If it doesn't get rid of something, you might need to take the image into Photoshop and use the content aware fill. That works a lot better. Let's see, the model's got a little blemish there. We could probably remove that as well. As I say, with most model shoots, I'd normally take the image into Photoshop and do skin softening, blemish removal if it needed it, and things like that. But like I say, for the scope of this video, I'm not going to. There's another seagull down there that stands out. Sometimes I leave the seagulls in, other times if they're a distraction to the image I get rid of them. Now there you see it's chosen a pot of water that I don't want it to use, so I'm going to move that around to there so it's using a different patch of water. There we go, that's that. Now let's see what else we need to do here. I'm quite happy with that at the moment. I might actually bring the colour temperature down slightly. There we go, we get a bit of colour banding now with that.
Repeat, this is not a drill.
I like to add a little bit of pink into my images on the tint side. Not too much, you can go way too far with it, but just a little bit like that. Let's see, we can add some contrast into the image as well. There we go. I quite like that. The only thing I might consider now would be a little bit of a vignette around the edge there. I'm not too worried about the color banding up here. I think that looks okay. And that would be that image done. I wouldn't do anything else to that. Let's see the other one. Okay, we'll move on to this picture here. Right. Now with this one, again, to start off with, we come down, remove chromatic aberration, and enable profile correction. And then I would apply some noise reduction around the 20 mark. And we'll come up and we'll see if the image is straight. Click the auto button. It looks pretty straight already, so I don't think it's going to do much. Right, what I want to do is just shrink that crop in just slightly, like that. Click the auto button again, just to make sure I haven't moved it. That's fine, there we go. Right, first thing I'll do is bring the highlights all the way down and the shadows up slightly and the exposure down. So you can bring it down too much, I don't want to do that. There. Now shift and double click on the whites and shift double click on the blacks. Holding down the shift key and double clicking them puts them to their automatic points, so the Lightroom thinks it's best, but you don't have to leave it there if you don't want to. You can put them wherever you want. I would add some vibrance to the image, and I would probably again cool it down a touch to bring out the blues and add a little bit of pink into the sky there using the tint. Contrast, medium contrast, using the tone curve. I'd much prefer adding contrast through here rather than using the contrast slider, because you can control it more by dragging these points around, adding more points, or using the presets that come built into Lightroom there. I would add a little bit of a vignette, not too much. If it becomes noticeable, you've added too much. So just a little touch like that, just to draw the image, the eyes into the center of the image. Yep, and that's all I would do to that. So there we have two images from our Gothic steampunk style shoot. Obviously YouTube won't let us post anything that's a little bit more revealing than that, so we're going to stick with those two. Hope you liked the video or the pictures. Please consider giving us a thumbs up, hitting the share button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit subscribe and ring the bell, then YouTube will notify you next time I post a video. I'll put the befores and afters up any second now. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.